chat to say hi to YouTube. Let's watch Adults Destroyed by Children's Insults. My son once said my lasagna wasn't invited to his taste buds. That's a crazy burn.
Bending down and my knees crack. 3-year-old goes, "You're old." I'm like, "Hun, I'm only 30. You're ancient." Oh, I'm actually kind of a young mum still. "You're a grandmother to the mountains." Now, as you may or may not be aware, I have my first kid arriving in January.
Oh, that's right, when he announced it. Oh man, that's nice.
Right? Let me quickly quell some fears. This in no way means I'll become some sort of goddamn family channel or that I'll stop doing reckless stunts.
Wait, what does that? Whoa. Goodbye, Matt Rules communities, bro. That is so weird. It comforts me a little bit to know that every creator goes through this shit.
Fears. This in no way means I'll become some sort of goddamn family channel or that I'll stop doing reckless stunts. Everything stays exactly the same. So I thought I'd better get myself accustomed to some of the burns and put-downs I can expect out of this tiny drunk. Mummy is very smart. Me, Dad, am I very smart too? No, you are, oh blimey, how do I put this? A bit not smart. My son once said my lasagna wasn't invited to his taste buds. Your eyebrows are bigger than your future.
Dude, that is crazy, holy shit.
I don't have the time nor the crayons to explain why you're wrong. Stop acting so special, you're a do-si-do! My daughter, 6, absolutely cooks me. She has this whole thing about how I eat beans all the time. She imagines she's got a YouTube channel. One day we're in the car and she's like, "Hey, what is up guys? It's another video. I'm with the Bean King over here," with devastating eye roll. "You look like a napkin." My niece called me Walmart face recently and it stung more than I'd like to admit.
Walmart face, it just sounds really bad, you know. I can't picture what a Walmart face is, but it just sounds awful.
My wife was reading Smeds and the Smooze, and my then 18-month-old son pointed at a Scloopy and...
What the fuck are these? What's a Smed, a Smooze, or a Scloopy? What the fuck are these?
Said, "Daddy, if you see what they look like, you'll see that's no compliment." Oh, that's cute, but so mean. I asked my son to stop treating me like a climbing frame, and he told me I was more like a bouncy castle.
Bro, shaped like a bouncy castle.
My 5-year-old daughter walks up to me, pats me on the belly and says, "Hey there, big fella. Kid once called me a damn it. You're meaner than John Travolta." I recently was working with a kid and another teacher, and the kid turned to the other teacher and said about me, "Hey, she probably listens to All By Myself at night." Dude! Oh, how are you posting this when you straight got murdered, bro? You smell like dirty bras. You're a bucket of rust. Your hairline looks like a McDonald's sign.
Holy shit. That's fucking insane.
Just dropped an absolute nuke. Dad is fixing young daughter's hair. Do you ever play with your hair? Well, yeah, I suppose so. Would you play hide and seek? A little girl was playing with a toy stethoscope in the doctor's office. I asked her to come listen to my heart, so she comes over and I put the end on my chest. "Oh, can you hear my heart?" I asked. "Well, no, it's just a toy. Are you stupid?" After watching Little House on the Prairie, my niece asked her mum if she grew up on the prairie. "No offence, mum, you just look like someone who grew up on the prairie." If I ever had a list of all the irrelevant moments in your life and converted them into words, I would have enough pages to write the encyclopedia 5 times in different languages. Called me a fucking cabbage. Yesterday, a neighbour walked by and waved and said hi as usual while we were on the way to our car. As soon as we got to the car, my daughter says, "Oh, that guy's a cheesehead. I hope you die constipated."
Jesus, yo, I wouldn't wish that to my worst enemy, bro. That's evil.
After successfully refusing bedtime, I'm laughing. I was singing to my boy before bedtime, rocking him in my arms. He pulled back, put his finger in my mouth and said, "Off! What are you, the queen of temperature?" My 6-year-old brother, when asked to turn the fan down. My husband got this. "Daddy, do you like to play with your tiny penis?"
What?
What? That's absolutely savage! You think like a stop sign. I was actually a little offended. You are a spoon poopy and a cake butt. You look like something that came out of a slow cooker. It was literally a roast. To my husband, "I'm sleeping with mummy." You, boops his nose, "Go sleep on the couch. I'll unthink you." Day can't be proud. He said he wanted to look at my face, and so I moved to face him. He squished my cheeks and said, it could be terrific. Is that something out of a Scorsese movie? A very angry 2-year-old. Apparently sounds Walken-esque. "You see that door? I want you on the other side of that door, you absolute grape." That sounds like something that Gordon Ramsay would say. "Hey, you fucking mango. What's he doing, that blueberry? You're cooking like a fucking lime." A little kid said to me when I work as a entrance guard for a company, "Who are you, scrub?" God, that's great. That reminds me of the classic,
"What's the best kind of firework to buy?"
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Fucking video, bro. Classic.
"Someone's kid wanted my food." I said no. He asked me again with a please at the end. I considered it, but still felt like it was odd to give my half-eaten food to a kid I didn't know. The parents were nearby and likely would have a fit over a stranger feeding their kid unknown items. So I said no, thank you, no. The kid dropped to his knees, clenched his fist, threw back his head to the ceiling and screamed, "You maniac!" I nearly choked to death as the mum rushed over and simply said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." He has no idea what that word means. I was once called a dickless necklace by a 7-year-old. Once, my mum was laughing at my aunt, and my little baby cousin took that as a personal offence and screamed at the top of her lungs, "At least my daughter's not a sanitary pad," and ran away fuming, fumming. Shut up, you fucking elf. I work in a field with a ton of data analysis, and so does my husband. We have a tendency to talk shop at home. When my kid was 7, they presented me with a graph of my performance as a mother over the last...
Wait, how's the graph? How is mom? Damn, bro. You fell off.
My performance as a mother over the last 30 days. The big spike was when we took them to a concert. I asked what the tiny blip in the front was about. They shrugged and said, it's just what the data said. My mate's 2-year-old was looking at my driver's license photo. It's taken about 8 years prior. Me? Oh, that's me in the picture. 2-year-old? God, what happened? Brutal. Screaming 6-year-old while heading to timeout. Now I don't have to smell the stench of your ruined life. Oh, that is impressive. Last night at dinner, my 4-year-old declared, "Actually, do you know what? If it's all right with you, I think this one's better if I act it out." All of you are butt faces. Each of you. I'm the only one at the table that is not a butt face. All because we wouldn't give her the other half of her naan until she ate her broccoli. She laughed and then ate her piece. She got her naan frisbeed at her shortly after. My toddler's greeting to me this morning. Hey, you pooped last night?
Bro.
Not a lie, but good morning to you.
Not a lie.
2. My 4-year-old assigned different dinosaurs to himself, his sister, and his dad, and when I asked what dinosaur I was, he said, "You're a sandwich."
Oh no! Why can't he be a dinosaur? Oh man!
Why did the chicken cross the road? I don't know why. To see the ugly person. Hey, knock knock. Okay, who's there? The chicken. Your intelligence is equal to a turned-off washing machine. Once my daughter got angry with me and started making a pushing motion away from her body. I asked her, "What's going on?" And she said, "I'm throwing away your hugs." My 3-year-old niece, after being told she couldn't stand on her chair at IHOP, "You're all a bunch of haters." My 6-year-old, after I laughed at her about something, "I hope Santa brings you a book of manners." My 9-year-old said, "I'm so jealous of all the people that haven't met you."
Jesus, bro, that's a crazy one.
Oh, I don't want to panic you, but I think your 9-year-old is a Redditor. I'm a teacher, and it was my turn for recess duty. I was asking some boys to stop tackling each other. They all ignored me and kept playing their dumb fucking Power Ranger game. I asked them again to stop tackling, and one boy popped his head out of the pile and said, "Sucks to suck, Christmas. It's one of my favourite insults now and is commonly heard in the teacher's lounge. My toddler, whenever he lifts my shirt up and looks at my stomach, says,
Stinky!
My son, when leaving his daycare, bye-bye, bitches, was at a diner and there was a conversation with the manager's kid and waitresses. Waitress was sitting there looking miserable. Kid, oh, did your boyfriend break up with you because of your personality? A couple days ago, my son brought me the Mr. Potato Head he got for Christmas with a big moustache and told me it was me. Well, that's all right. That's quite cute. I'm his mum.
I figured.
Wear bathrobes, but put one on this morning. Oh no, Mum, are you lazy now? Mama, I like the sprinkles on your legs. Skull emoji. My kids heard the song Gangnam Style and learned the phrase sexy at too young of an age. One of them said sexy in public and I must have shushed them with no explanation, which led to sexy being thought of as a bad word. My 4-year-old daughter got mad at her dad and said in a very angry voice at the playground, "Leave me alone, you sexy old man." I was winding my nephew up one day when I had a hangover from hell. He turned around and said that my breath smelled like paint. My little 3-year-old cousin yelled, "I hope all your sons have 3 bottoms. If Pooh was alive, you'd be the leader."
The pool leader.
Shut your ass! My 3-year-old called me a little crumb once, and I still think about that a full year later. Called me elevator nose. Called me a stanky rainbow. Called a family member a fart zone. Way back in February 2010, when I was an operator for the phone company, little kids tried to make a prank call. When they got me on the line, a very tiny voice said, "You're a pussycat." Not intended to be an insult per se, but my friend's 6-year-old last night put her mum's purse over her shoulder and goes, "Look at me, I'm my mum. I'm going to the bar." Yeah, that's not so bad, but sometimes these kids go too far. Grew my hair and beard out during lockdown. 12-year-old called me a discount Keanu.
Holy Timo Keanu.
Ruthless. My nephew was mad because he had to go home, and on his mother's request, I wouldn't let him eat any more chocolate. He walked over to a vase I have in my living room, picked up dried leaves I stuck in it in the fall, and said, "Do this is nothing," and threw it on the floor. It cut right to the core of me. I was babysitting my niece, who was 7 at the time, and we were play arguing. Out of nowhere, she says, "I was 26 at the time, and I've never felt so personally attacked. You're a silly little boy," and this is like the most horrible, damning thing to say to anyone, "and you will never go to space."
Hey, don't have to throw it on our faces, okay?
Little kids are out of control. They'll even insult inanimate objects. My 4-year-old yelled at her bike, "You're a bad bike." And this is the worst thing. You have a bad attitude. And yet, when the tables are turned, well, they're the first to complain. I was talking to my 4-year-old and said, "That's like your opinion, man." And she went crying to my wife, "Daddy called me a pinion man." Needs me down a little bit. My broccoli.
That was smart.
Okay.
That last one was bad. They got it eventually.